Hello?
Hello?
Oh. Where'd you come from?
I've been here. This is my house.
Well, this is your shed.
This is my shed.
I guess we've never explained. I mean, we explained that we're in a new studio. Did we explain what it was?
It's a cramped little shed.
It's a nice little shed. Oh no, we did because remember I said that like I did all
You
the
did
work
it, but you didn't.
well, I did most of the work.
No, you didn't.
Austin and Ethan helped out, but
Hey, you know what? Turn down the lights a little bit for me.
Oh,
I feel
okay.
exposed. Oh,
is that good?
a little more. Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
got
good.
that Christmas tree. in here.
Yeah. Okay, well, speaking of Christmas tree,
Oh,
we're not technically in winter yet.
that's right. Yeah,
Technically, but in my mind we are because it's December.
that's right.
And we're gonna do a little sequel to our fall activities. We're gonna do some winter activities.
That's right.
But Philip,
Yes. Are you going to change this whole episode?
no,
on
we're
me?
not. No.
Okay.
No,
You gave me a mini heart attack when I said but Philip.
no. I did want to, and I hate to bring up the past. And I hate to bring up past fights that we've had.
I don't want to bring up anything fall related if that's what you're about
So
to do.
in our fall activities episode, you're gonna deny this, but it did end up. The odds were in my favor at the end of the episode because it was 5.5 points versus 5 points. I believe. I know.
I believe the discrepancy was whether or not I actually counted things. I like gave in because of your peer pressure.
Well, okay. Well, shut up. All right. Well, I wanted to go back because one of the things that you said no on on the fall activities was football.
Oh.
And lately, for you listeners who don't know this, Philip, you've been kind of getting into football lately, or haven't you been?
I have been getting into football.
So
But also it's been a bad
it's been a what?
a bad habit.
Have you been yelling at the TV?
Me yelling at the TV. Me not being able to fall asleep at night because my team hasn't won. That's not good.
Oh, so I didn't realize that was that bad.
It's been that bad.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't think it was that bad, and then the Michigan versus Ohio State game happened. And
Yeah.
then I was. And then it was.
Were you angry afterwards?
so angry?
Were you?
I was so angry. I left to walk Barnabas around outside, which you know for a fact isn't very like me because it was kind of cold.
Yeah.
So that's how bad it was.
That's funny. Well, I just want to say that I would assume that has turned into a YG, a yes go is the terminology that we were using in that episode. YGs and NGs, and
I would say that maybe we should go through that whole list one more time.
I would have to. I don't have it in front of me or anything.
Yeah,
so
but we could
maybe
maybe next time we could make that happen.
we'll go through it.
But yeah, I guess it's a yes go.
So
depending on the mood.
okay, so whether or not you agreed that fall won in that episode based on the half point, which I actually think it was 1.5 points that I won by, but we would have to do the math again. But now it at least wins by 1.5 points, if not 2.5 points. So I just wanted to point that out that that fall activities or fall in general has gone up a little bit in your heart.
A little bit, maybe. My son was born in full, so
And there
I'll
we
give it
go.
that.
So therefore, it is the best.
Well, see, that's also the
Cut to
discrepancy.
music. Okay, so my name is Daniel Cardiff,
And I'm Philip Osterday,
and this is Classic Countdown Conversations.
where we count down the best and the worst that pop culture has to offer.
Okay, I was thinking about this earlier today.
Oh, you gonna change it on me
No.
again?
No, what did it used to be?
Media.
Okay, for some reason in my mind, I thought it used to be pop culture, and then we changed it to media.
No.
And in my brain, I was thinking about this yesterday. I was like, why did we change it from pop culture? It is that, but I guess we
did the other way.
Okay, so it is pop culture.
It is pop culture.
Good, because that is the correct way.
Harder to say.
I was thinking, why because that wasn't very long ago when we changed that.
Hey, Daniel,
Yeah.
You know what it's really like?
Oh, what?
Poop culture.
Well,
Because culture's so poopy right now.
so it's funny that you say that because I actually am changing today's episode. We're going to be talking about different bodily fluids that come out of
Great.
our body. No.
Pee.
Pee, poop,
Vomit.
diarrhea.
Nasal stuff.
Yeah, like snot,
Snot. Earwax.
spit.
All
Earwax isn't really a fluid.
right. Tears.
All right, let's talk about winter activities
All right,
now.
let's go for it.
Uh,
I don't have any honorable mentions.
okay, so I have
I guess we need to explain what this is.
yes. Well, we can explain the one part at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead and explain. I've been talking a lot already.
Okay, shut up. So this is about the stuff that you do during winter. So we had the fall activities.
Yeah.
So this is exactly that, but for the winter.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was harder. It was a hard list. We're doing it separate. So I don't know. Maybe Daniel's is radical. So radical, and I'm going to love winter all of a sudden.
I don't think so. It's not that good.
But yeah, here we go.
Okay. Yeah, so it's the same thing as the fall. It's their sequel.
It's the sequel.
We've done quite a few sequels now. on
And
this
like
show.
most sequels, it'll probably be worse than the first.
That's actually probably one of my not to toot our own horn or anything,
Yeah.
but that is one of my favorite episodes that we've done. I think
Is it?
we had a lot of like. Granted, it was a little
banter.
bit negative energy because we were arguing, but
There was actual arguments.
there was at one point you can tell because I've listened to it a couple times. You can tell that we're legitimately kind of getting like frustrated with each other about it. I don't think we will this time because is winter your least favorite season?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's my least favorite season as well. So that's why we're doing a list about the best things about it because we need to find the silver lining, right?
That's right. I would literally, you suggested this episode, and I was like, well, I asked you that question, which we'll get to. And I was like, okay, I'm glad that we agreed upon what we just agreed upon because this is going to be good for my heart to think
okay.
about what's some good stuff about
Yeah.
winter.
Because like all seasons have their pros and cons.
Yeah.
Except for fall has no cons, but but this does have its pros. Winter does. So we wanted to highlight it. Maybe we'll do like the worst things about winter at some point.
Maybe.
this winter. Because I've heard it's supposed to be a nasty one.
Is it?
That's what I've heard, but they always say that.
They always say that.
So, but January is usually pretty bad here. So.
Yeah. We had a very interesting November of just lots of snow. Or was that October?
No, it was November.
Yeah.
It wasn't like heavy snow though, but it did. There were quite a few times where you looked out and you're like, oh, it's snowing
There's
now.
snow.
But then there were other days where it was like really warm
Yeah.
in November. So,
Ohio.
yeah,
This
that's
is
Ohio for you.
I will say my list is kind of, it's expecting you to be in the cold.
Yeah, mine is kind of, it's like your ideal winter
Yeah.
is kind of what the lens that I looked at my list through was like,
Agreed.
this is if you had like the perfect winter, this is what you
Yeah.
would do.
Yeah.
I do have an honorable mention.
Okay.
And it's kind of vague. It's
Okay.
like kind of, it's playing in the snow, excluding the things that are actually on my list. So
Okay, great.
specifically, snow angels.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have snow angels.
Yeah. And it's like, it's not that great
You know why I don't like snow angels?
because you have to get down in the snow.
You get all wet.
Yeah. Right.
Unless you got super awesome like coats and pants,
Yeah.
snow pants.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get wet.
Well, and speaking of like just getting right up all in the snow,
Yeah.
The other half of my honorable mention is like, and I haven't done this in years. I remember one time specifically doing this, at oh my goodness.
I feel like I have to turn to see you, and I don't like it.
Oh, okay.
I feel better now.
You good?
I feel better now.
You know where the flagpole is on the property?
Yeah.
I remember this happening here. We must have had a really big snowstorm one year. I was very young. I was probably like 5, 6, 7 years old. And we made like a fort in the snow. We made
Oh.
like with like a tunnel system.
Yeah.
It was like lots of snow. Like looking back, I'm like, how did we have this much snow to be able to do this? But we like made little tunnels in the snow and like crawled through it and stuff. And there was snow like packed on top of us.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I remember it's just this one time. It's like a very vivid memory in my brain. But
I know that exact year because I did something very similar.
Did you? Okay.
It's on my list. So
okay.
Explain that. So shut up.
Okay.
Please.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead.
That's 2 shut ups this episode.
Time.
So
we might.
You better slow down. Slow your roll.
Okay. You go ahead and say your number 10 then.
My number 10 is Snowball Fight.
Okay.
I will say I had a lot of neighborhood friends, but our yards weren't conducive. Like everyone lived on a hill.
Okay.
So it just wasn't like helpful to have a snowball fight. And you're certainly not going to go on the road because it was pretty well driven on. So it was just kind of like when we do snowball fights, it was just kind of like you do it for like
30 seconds.
Yeah, maybe 5 minutes at the most, and then you're done.
Okay.
So it wasn't ever super fun for me, but it is fun. It's kind of like, it's like paintball that you throw stuff.
And I feel like it's an activity that everybody can join in on.
Yeah.
Like it might be more, and I don't know, I could have this wrong, but I feel like little boys might do this the most. Like middle school age boys probably really like to do snowball fights. Yeah. But I feel like anyone could like pick up a snowball and throw it at somebody else of any age, gender, and then everyone kind of join in.
Right. Yeah. My favorite is in every Hallmark movie ever. There's just one little snowball fight that happens. And they're like, and then they throw it at each other, and then the whole world catches on fire by the end.
Do people making Hallmark movies know? Do they know?
They have to know
that it's like not real movies.
I think what it is they know that it sells.
Yes.
And so they have a formula.
Yeah.
They stick to it. And I think there's some higher up at Hallmark that's like, don't you ever change it.
Yeah.
And so if any director has any sort of,
like different idea,
they just are like, no.
You're fired.
They probably don't fire them. They're just like,
you're a grip assistant.
You actually don't work here anymore. I will direct the movie.
Yeah. I think, they might, but I mean, and I don't want to do this because this means I would have to sit down and watch every Hallmark movie ever. But it would be interesting to sit down and watch a few and see how many lead male actors are playing it sarcastically. You know what I mean? Just like
you can just tell.
You can just tell through their performance that they're not genuine.
I don't know. I've seen more than I'd like to say.
Do you think the men are that way or not?
No.
So do you think the actors don't know?
I think the actors are
so desperate to break into the showbiz that okay.
That's what it feels like to me. They're very desperate.
I think a couple of years ago they came out with a quote unquote Hallmark movie, but it was starring Will Ferrell and was it Kristen Wiig or maybe Amy Poehler
I think
or something?
I know what you're talking about.
And apparently it was played completely straight as a Hallmark movie, except it had 2 big actors in it, which like that's pretty funny to me. I don't know if the movie's funny itself, but that joke of like casting A-listers to be in a Hallmark movie is pretty funny. So I don't know. I would be interested to sit down and at least like check it out. Yeah. I don't know if it would be worth watching through the whole thing. But
so number 10, snowball fights in Hallmark movies.
Yeah, right. My number 10 is, and this is kind of an amalgamation.
Okay.
It's indoor activities.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is like when it's summertime or fall time or even springtime, if someone's like, let's go see a movie today or let's go bowling today. I'm always like, oh, but it's a nice day out. And I kind of feel bad like not enjoying the day.
Yes.
But in the winter, I don't feel that way at all.
Right.
Because, I mean, I don't mean to be like, woe is me or anything right now. I got a bad back.
Sure.
And really cold weather, I tend to tense up a lot.
Yeah.
And my back just like kills throughout the entire winter. So I don't mind being inside during the winter. Like I don't mind not enjoying the outside.
Yeah.
So this is like stuff where it's like bowling, going out and seeing a movie, laser tag, all the like activities that you go do that are inside.
Yes.
That's my number 10. It's kind of just that type of thing.
I gotcha. Indoor-y things.
Indoor-y things, but that's not your house. That's like you go out to do it, and it's a fun activity, but it's inside.
Yes.
So
trampoline.
Sky Zone and an escape room would be a good thing to do in the winter.
I saw that on the internets of things to do in the winter. I was like, well, you could just do that whenever.
You could, but in the summertime, I'm like, I feel bad. I feel bad doing this because it's a nice day out. So.
All right. Number 9 then?
Yeah.
All right. It's sledding for me.
Okay.
Sledding.
What do you like about it?
You're going to see that I have a kind of a theme for these first 5.
Okay.
Sledding. I like it. So when I was a kid,
yeah,
as I said, I lived on a hill. So sledding was like, that's all we did.
Pretty popular.
That was the popular thing to do when you're living on park lawn. So I don't know if I should say the name of the road that I used to live on.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
We're never gonna get famous. Why?
I'll take it out if we get famous. It's
not like you still live there.
No, I don't. Who knows who lives there now?
I don't know. And you didn't say your address.
And actually, it's a really long street.
Yeah, so it's fine.
All right. I'm gonna keep it forever, even if I do get old.
In 20 years, we're gonna see that park lawn got like bombed or something.
Yeah. Anyway, so we would sled a lot, but there's also this. Oh, excuse me, that's my heater.
Wowzers,
that was loud. So there's also a big sledding hill. What do they call it? There's basically I ended up moving to the hill that everyone would go to.
Oh, like a Perfect North type. Probably not that big, but
no. So like literally the house in Kettering that I lived in. There's that big hill.
Yeah,
they built a water park and they just took all the dirt and made a giant hill.
Right.
And so the hill just bumps up right into a water park fence. But it was this awesome. It's a great little hill.
That I had never thought about that, but that hill it would be great to sled down.
Yeah, there's like different angles that you can go down, and like some of them you get a little hill. Like there's like you go down a big hill.
It's kind of
a little jump,
right?
And then you go back down. And it's whoa.
I bet that was I bet that is
sweet.
A lot of fun.
So
we should do that. We should do that sometime.
Yeah, if it snows a good amount, maybe we can do that.
Like when Barnabas is old enough.
Yeah,
take him out.
Yep. So that's I had some good fun times with the sleds.
That's
My
great.
one friend had a radio flyer sled. Is that what they are?
I have no idea what
the like metal ones with the 2 metal.
Oh, like the old school kind, the wood ones with the metal.
It's freaky.
One that would slice your arm off if you got underneath it. Yep. Yeah. That we had one of those growing up and it never worked. I didn't understand.
It has to be very specific snow.
Type of snow. Yeah. And I remember I was like, old people, like people back in the 50s suck.
My dad used to say that they would take their lunch, like those plastic trays, and then use that to sled down. Like, Dad, you're crazy. That's not true. So
it's like snow has changed with the times or something.
Prove it to me, Dad.
Yeah,
that was the case. Or maybe I made that up.
Yeah, your dad listens to this. And he's like, my son is full of it. My number 9 is building a snowman.
Oh, that's my number 8.
Okay, let's talk about it then. So I told this to my wife the other day.
Yeah.
I only vividly remember building one snowman in my entire life.
Really?
Okay, let me take that back. I remember one time that my family, like me and my parents and 2 sisters, went out and built a snowman together. And we have pictures of it. It was like we probably just had a really good snow that year. Yeah. And I've made snowmen since, but it hasn't been like a big ordeal. It's been just like, hey, let's make this really quick while we're doing other things in the snow.
I gotcha.
And you get through like half of it and you're like, I don't care to do this anymore. And then you kind of just like wimp out on the like upper half of the snowman and don't make it like as good as you could. So I only remember like one really good snowman that we made, but I remember it very fondly. And I just feel like we haven't gotten like that type of snow in a while.
I feel like there was one.
There 2 winters ago we had 2 really good snowstorms, but it was almost like, I guess maybe it's just being an adult.
I think it's being an adult.
You're like, I gotta set aside like an afternoon for that, and like everyone else might be working, so you don't have other people to go do it. I don't know. When you're a kid, it's like, us as a family, we're just gonna go out and do it.
Yeah, and I think that the like now knowing that snowmen don't come to life, become Jack Frost. That kind of thing.
Frosty.
Yeah. No, well.
I guess there is the Jack Frost. I forgot about that one.
Kind of ruins it.
The scary Jack Frost movie.
Who's the actor who's Jack Frost?
Well, I think there's actually 2 Jack Frost movies. If people can fact check me on this. There's one with Michael Keaton.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
And then there's one with a killer snowman.
Oh.
And that's what I was thinking. That's why I said it's scary.
Well, I was thinking Michael Keaton. Okay.
Doesn't he like die in it?
Yeah, it's a horrible movie for children.
I actually don't know if I've ever seen that one.
He dies and he comes to life as the snowman, but
maybe that is the same one. I don't know.
But then he dies because he's a snowman.
So he melts away.
It's
like Frosty.
Yeah. But why?
I never cared too much for Frosty.
I don't know. It's got the abominable snowman in there, right?
No, that's Rudolph.
That's Rudolph. You're right.
That's the thing. Like, other than the song, what good has come from Frosty the Snowman? I don't know.
Just the song. You're right.
And the song's not even like my favorite Christmas song.
Frosty the Snowman.
Blah blah blah. Okay, so that was your number 8.
It was.
Do you have any fun memories with building a snowman?
No. No. I liked the idea of building a snowman.
Yeah.
But like I said, like as an adult, it's just not the same. I'm excited to do all these things with Barnabas.
I was going to say, I think it'll come back around because it, like you said, the concept is really fun, but it's finding the time to do it. And a lot of the snow activities, you're so much at the will of just the weather.
Right.
But again, we're saying like this is like the perfect winter. So going out, setting aside like a half a day to just build a snowman with your family.
Yeah.
Having the top hat, the scarf, like everything that you need.
Yeah.
That's a good afternoon.
And it's fun.
Yeah. It's a good memory to have with people that you care about. So
stick a carrot in the nose. It's great.
The little coal pieces for the buttons and stuff.
You got coal everywhere.
But you got to have the top hat.
Gotta have a
top hat. Carrot and scarf for like the 3 main.
Well, you don't have to have a top hat. You just gotta have some sort of hat that's like funny.
But top hat's the best.
Top hat's the best, but like maybe you got, like
a yarmulke.
No, like maybe your family, loves the UD, the University of Dayton. You put a little UD hat on there that people drive by like, oh look, they must love UD. Oh,
look at that.
Look at that. And they're like, yeah, I'm UD proud.
What about a big sombrero?
A big sombrero.
That would poncho.
I do like the snowmen that show a little bit of like little skin, like maybe the ones that are like
like a bikini,
like a hula dancer
yeah.
snowman. Those are funny.
Okay. With a little like luau necklace on and stuff.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, we should do that. That'd be fun. Okay, so that was your number 8. My number 8.
Yeah.
Is and I guess you could do this inside too. I'm specifically thinking of outside.
Okay.
Ice skating.
Oh, I don't have this on my list.
Okay. Like Riverside or something.
There was an ice skating rink. There's an indoor ice skating rink in Kettering.
That's what I was saying. That you can go to indoor ones too. Yeah. There's one down in Springboro, I think. It's like a big barn.
It smells bad. Ice skating smells bad. You know what I mean?
No. It smells like clean in there.
Yeah, I don't know what it smells like, maybe chemicals.
Yeah, probably the Zamboni that goes around the thing. No, yeah, just like go. I don't know. Or I'm sure that there's a lot of people that have memories of like them having a pond or a lake nearby that they actually go out and skate like on a body of water.
Yeah.
That sounds. I don't know if I've ever.
That sounds horrifying to me.
It sounds like a fun, risky thing to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I think that'd be fun. I know Grandpa has mentioned he grew up going out on like actual lakes and ice skating and stuff. So yeah, outdoor ice skating I think is more special than indoor ice skating. Indoor ice skating seems more of like a soulless corporate thing. Yeah. Outdoor ice skating is like, oh, you're outside, you're enjoying the winter stuff. Weather. I know at Riverside, don't they have like a big Christmas tree next to it and stuff? So I just feel like that environment's fun, and I like ice skating. I always, you go for like 2 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
It always takes me like an hour and 40 minutes to get back into the groove of it. And then I'm skating like really well, but then I have like 20 minutes to actually enjoy like skating, Yeah. But it's a good fun activity to go out with your friends during the wintertime and do that.
My mom got us ice skating lessons.
Oh.
When I was a kid.
Like figure skating? Or?
Yeah, like figure skating. No, and like I got really far into it. At least this is what I remember.
Yeah.
And then I guess I don't remember because I fell backwards and hit back my head on the ice. And I don't think I think it probably what happened is it scared me, which scared my mom, which meant that I never did it again. Or I knocked the memories right on out of my head.
Yeah, by hitting it on the ice.
Yeah. But I remember getting better.
Yeah.
Like you go every week and you learn how to do it.
That's fun. I have a really, really aggressive fear of falling down on the ice and someone running my fingers over with their skates. Do you ever have like those irrational? I guess that's not like super irrational, but very.
Yeah, probably won't happen.
It probably won't happen. Another one is I think I've talked about this before on the podcast, but that the crossing sign at a railroad will be broken. And I'll just keep going, and then a train will come out of nowhere and hit me. Those two are like my two like irrational fears, but that might still,
Yeah. It'd have to be a lot of things go wrong.
It's possible, but not very probable.
Yeah, the sign wouldn't be moving up and down. The lights wouldn't be making any lights.
Yeah.
There would be no sounds.
But sometimes I'm just jamming in my music, and I could see me not hearing a train coming.
Yeah. Do you not look?
No, I do. Okay. Because of that fear, I am very cautious around railroad signs.
I was going to say, you should still look.
No, I do.
Maybe you got a runaway train.
Runaway train. Isn't that a song?
No. Number 7, making an igloo, which is what I would put in, like, that's what your honorable
the little fort thing was.
So there was one year, I don't know what happened. I think that what happened is we had like maybe 2 or 3 big snowstorms all at once. And so there's just tons of snow.
Yeah.
And for us, it was like, we didn't have anywhere to put the snow.
Is this like 2004?
That sounds about right.
Okay.
I was like 13.
All right. So this was the same snow that I'm thinking of, I think.
And so me and my friends made an igloo. We were like, one year was just like, I guess we should just make an igloo because we have so much snow.
Yeah.
And you like when you have to shovel your driveway, it like makes these giant piles. Like, we basically have it.
Oh, right. You just have to dig holes in it. Yeah.
So we did it, and it was sweet.
Yeah.
It's warm.
Yeah,
it's weird how warm it gets.
Yeah, that is, and it's probably because you have a lot of clothes on and you're working hard, so you kind of get just worked up. But it's also because like the cold air isn't on you and stuff like that.
And then your body heat's in there.
Yeah.
That thing lasted forever too. I remember it was like all of the snow went away and then
that was still there.
Here's this igloo. Sorry, our driveway can't park in that one spot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. It's funny that this is probably the same winter that we're thinking of, and we did not even know each other existed at the time. But it's fun. I think the reason why I didn't make my actual list is because I remember doing it the one time.
Yeah.
And as an adult, comparing like that and making a snowman, I like can see myself making a snowman again. I don't, unless my kids wanted to do it, I don't see myself making an igloo.
I think that the part of me that loves Legos, like building something, is that makes me want to do it again.
Okay, that kind of carries over.
I would want to do it epic. Like I want to have like multiple rooms.
Yeah.
that sort of thought goes through my mind, and I get excited about it.
Like a like Bugs Bunny hole or something.
Yes, it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So that's
I don't know, and maybe that would make its way onto my list. Depending on my mood.
Maybe.
My number 7, and this is because this is the one that we had to cut out some stuff earlier because I was trying to think through my list. Yeah. So this is parties.
Parties.
And what I mean by that is specifically a New Year's Eve party.
Okay.
Because that is wintertime.
That is wintertime.
And if you do like something for Valentine's Day.
I was going to say Valentine's.
Yeah. So kind of just like the two, you have like 3 holidays in the winter. We obviously, we'll talk about the other one later. Yeah. But those 2, it's like you don't do a whole lot for them. But
January gets the shaft, man.
Yeah.
January sucks.
Because you get the holiday right out of the way at the beginning, and then you don't have anything until, Valentine's Day.
Middle of February.
Right. Yeah, winter is just the worst. Yeah. The worst season. But yeah, just celebrating those things.
Yep.
I think are they're fun. I don't care a whole lot about Valentine's Day.
No.
But sitting down watching a movie, having dinner, it's fun stuff. And then New Year's Eve is obviously a fun time. So
love me some shrimp on New Year's Eve.
I don't know if I've ever had shrimp on New Year's Eve.
What?
I've had chip dip.
I always have shrimp on New Year's Eve.
Our thing was pigs and blankets on New
We did
Year's
do
Eve.
that too. Yeah. For a while, my mom did like German or something. German New Year's Eve, which is like sauerkraut and
sausages and stuff.
Yeah, it was good. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so that's my number 7.
Number 6 for me. This is a little interesting one.
Oh, my number 6 is kind of interesting too.
It's post-Christmas shopping. After you've gotten all your money from Christmas.
Oh.
So, it's like you get all this cash money.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, what am I going to do with it? Well, it's post-Christmas shopping time because there's a bunch of sales.
Yeah, lower prices. Yeah.
So
Philip, Philip, that's a really good thinking of you.
Thanks. This is Lindsay's. This is the one that Lindsay made.
Gotcha. Lindsay, good idea. That's a good one to add.
So get yourself some, what do they call that?
Eggnog.
Nope. When you shop to make yourself feel better. What is that?
When you shop what?
To make yourself feel better.
Treat yourself?
No, not treat yourself. It's like, I don't know, shopping therapy or something.
Don't know.
I don't know. But that's what you're doing.
Okay.
Spend money. Put some money into the economy. Give people some jobs. And share the wealth.
Yeah.
Baby.
Or save that money.
Don't save the money. Spend the money.
Something to go along with the New Year's Eve thing is trying and failing at your New Year's resolution.
That's true. That's what January is. Failing.
That's like what the first week of January is. It's like 5 days in, you're like, I can't do it.
I guess I will eat this chocolate.
Okay.
So that's I don't know what I'll be honest. I don't do this very often.
Sure.
I don't shop at all.
That's the thing. That's the thing about me is I don't really shop either.
But I do have fun. You get that. There's always somebody that just gives you some cash or a gift card.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. I think you could probably lump in with this, like just enjoying your Christmas gifts.
Yeah,
right after Christmas, whether it be like a food gift card or
some video games.
Yeah.
All those things.
That's good. I hadn't thought about that.
Post-Christmas enjoyment.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There we go.
My number 6 is interesting.
Okay.
Because I've never done it. But
lay it on me.
We're talking about perfect winter, right?
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that if I do this, I will enjoy it immensely.
Okay.
So I put it at 6 because I didn't feel right putting it in my top 5 because I hadn't actually done it.
Okay.
It's snowmobiling.
Oh, I've never done it either.
Yeah. I think like I love jet skis on the water.
Yeah.
I love them. That's like one of my favorite things to do. If we do a summer activities list, let's definitely make it on there. But snowmobiles are basically just snow jet skis.
Yeah. Can we talk about jet skis and how it sounds like broskies?
Yeah.
Jet skis.
That's what I always thought that broski sounded like jet. Like
I've never thought about it. Until right now. Like,
ever since I heard broski for the first time in my life, I was like, it always makes me think of two bros on jet skis.
I need to get my jet skis.
Too bad you can't call snowmobiles snow skis because snow skis are already a thing.
Too bad. Why didn't they call them watermobiles? Is that something else?
That's kind of a boat, I guess. Like an automobile, but a watermobile.
Why are boats called watermobiles?
Yeah, they should be. We should start calling them
I'm going to call them watermobiles. That's a way cooler name than boat.
Than a boat or a ship. Yeah, so snowmobiling. I don't have much to say. I just think it would be really fun. Going through like the woods,
the wilderness,
like a woods path or something. If anyone is listening that has a snowmobile, give Philip and I a ride.
That's right, and we'll drive it.
Yeah, we'll take over. We'll shove you off of it. We'll take charge.
We'll drive it.
Okay,
I'll take one handle. You'll take the other.
And we'll like sit. Somehow we'll sit next to each other and not like
it'll be awesome
one after the other. Okay, do we have something to talk about?
We have something to talk about.
Talk about. Ooh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're talking about
that should be our new money making song.
We're talking about
Funky Town.
Money.
Money Town.
Money Town.
That should be what this segment is called. Money Town.
What is isn't that kind of?
Oh, I guess the Money Zone is
it's
kind
of stealing it. Money Town's not bad. Join me in Money Town where I'm mayor, and Daniel's
treasurer
or representative.
Yeah. I'm a lower level like garbage man.
We're talking about Acast Plus, which y'all could have for money. You could have some things like ad-free listening, which I think you may have right now. But
I don't even know if we have ads on this thing.
When we become famous and you want to not have ads, get yourself free no ads right now. You get some bonus content.
Here comes a sound effect on the thing.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
Okay,
I have it muted this time.
Okay.
Last time we got...
It scared us.
It actually scared us. But yeah, we're talking about, cool new content.
Yeah.
Some side content that you get for free. So far, nobody's taking up on this.
Chad Sutton.
Yeah.
He said at one point, he was like, I want to give you guys some money.
That's true.
And then he never did.
We haven't
at the time we didn't have anything set up, but now we do.
We do. There's the monthly payment stuff, but if you're not into that, there's a one-time payment. You can check that out too. If you use a podcast app and not YouTube, sadly it's not on YouTube, but if you use a podcast app, it just shows up in your summary of the episode. Just click on that link and you'll get there.
Nice.
Everywhere else, otherwise just, I don't know, search for Acast Plus Classic Countdown Conversations on Google and you'll find it.
Okay. Cool.
I think that's it.
Give us money.
Give us money.
We need it. We need it. We're poor. We're so poor. We're poor. All right. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is go to the movies.
Okay. So similar to...
That's
feel like
the indoor activities one.
Yeah. Okay.
You could do it at any time.
But yours is specifically movies?
Specifically movies.
Okay.
Go to the movies.
Yeah.
Because it's just something you just... for me, I feel that way. Like what you were saying, like, I don't want to be outside. Or I don't want to be inside when it's nice outside.
Right. You don't want to have that.
Took a long time for me to figure out.
I saw it in your eyes. You were trying really hard.
There was a lot of ones and zeros passing by.
You start short circuiting.
But yeah, it's fun to go to the movies. What is going on over there? There's stuff falling down all the time.
Something fell down. I don't know what it was.
So yeah, I I don't know if there's very many winter movies that come out that are good though.
That's the thing is they kind of, so like November, December, I guess there's some December movies that are good. November, December is usually the like, what do they call it? Oscar bait movies.
Yeah.
Because it's right before the end of the year. So it's fresh in critics' minds for when the Oscars come around. But then January and February is when they just like, when studios unload like their crap movies. Because they know
there's nothing to do.
There's nothing to do in the winter, so more people go to the movies. Although nowadays, I don't know how
nobody goes to the movies at all.
Yeah, but that's what the formula used to be. Was they just unload their crap at that time? But sometimes you'd find like a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, yeah. So, go on one of those cheap days.
Yeah.
For us, it's I think Tuesdays.
Depends on, I think Tuesdays and I think Wednesdays. It depends on what theater you go to.
And then sometimes those theaters will like do a reshowing of something that's actually good.
Yes, yeah.
And do that.
I think it was at Sinopolis, maybe. So Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. See? And I wish I would have gone to that.
Yeah.
But I didn't. But now I will. If it happens in the winter, I will because of this list.
That's honestly what they need to do in the winter. Is just show old movies that you never got to see on, you know what I mean? Like, I remember they did Back to the Future and Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I didn't get around to go and see them. And I beat myself up now.
Yeah.
I'm like, that would have been so cool to see that on a big screen. But
yeah.
Okay, so go on to the movies.
Number 5, go to the movies.
My number 5 is Snowball Fights.
Whoa. You got way up there.
Way up there.
You must have, well, you probably had more, you had the room to do snowball fights and the cousins.
I was going to say, and we, like, with the people I grew up with, they got kind of intense sometimes.
I'm sure.
This kind of just more like snow fights in general. Snowballs were part of it, but we'd also like just shove each other's face in the snow.
Okay,
and
so you're talking about fighting each other.
Fighting each
that
other.
happens to be in the snow.
And the weak were preyed upon by
the strong.
Garrett, David, and Blake preyed upon us 5 little boys, and it was kind of sad. I remember this specifically. It was Blake because he was a little closer to our age. Yeah. He was like in between us and David and Garrett. Blake would come out, and him and 4 of us 5 boys would kind of team up on the other 5th boy.
Okay.
And it was that random.
Okay.
There was never any rhyme or rhythm to it. It was just like, oh, today Matthew's going to be the one to get. And we would just, and Blake was obviously the ringleader. He would just shove our face in the snow, and he'd like shove snow down our clothes.
Oh.
And it was so much fun if you weren't the person that was getting picked on. But that's just a personal thing. If we're just talking about like straight snowball fights, those are obviously very fun as well. Just like, again, we kind of talked about earlier, like anyone can kind of get into it, and it's easy to do. You have to have a certain snow.
Oh yeah,
it's like that packing snow.
Yeah.
But
it has to be a wet snow.
Yeah, but it's good. It's a fun activity that kind of lets you get some aggression out.
Yeah, pee a little bit on a ball. Throw it on somebody.
But also, like, if there's just one specific person that you've had just a lot of beef with lately, you're like, I'm just going to go after this person with these snowballs. So,
like, why do you keep hitting me?
Okay.
Number 4.
Yeah.
This one's also something I haven't really done.
Okay.
I instinctively do it, but I don't think about doing it. That you just bake something sweet. It's a sad day.
Yeah.
You can't go outside.
It's the most depressing time of the year.
Yeah. You have all this leftover stuff from darn my heater.
It's fine.
From Christmas time. And you got all the stuff to make some cookies, maybe some sweet rolls.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Some bread.
You just make something good.
A banana bread. Banana bread. That stuff's good.
A monkey bread.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
That's all at your disposal.
Yeah.
And what are you doing wasting your time being sad?
Yeah, get some grub in your tummy.
Get fat. Time to get fat. It's winter time.
Bulking. It's harvest season.
Yeah, come back. Get skinny in the springtime. For now, get fat, baby.
Wait, hold on. What does cultivating or harvesting come first?
You would cultivate before you harvest.
Okay.
Your harvest is like gathering it, the thing that is cultivated. What did I say? What were the
you
two
said
words?
Harvesting is gathering what you cultivated.
Yeah.
Okay. There's like on It's Always Sunny. Mac keeps saying like, I'm cultivating mass, and when he's fat, when he gains all the weight, and Dennis is like, well, stop cultivating and start harvesting.
That's funny. That's funny. So yeah, I don't know. I like the sweet stuff.
Yeah,
to make it. I like making it more than I actually really like eating it.
Depends on what it is. If it's something that I'm really into, like gingerbread or like pumpkin stuff.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah,
love it. Or snickerdoodles.
Snickerdoodles.
But yeah, if it's just like chocolate chip cookies, it's like those are good. But I like the process of making it more than I do.
Yes. Yes. There's nothing more exciting than realizing you have all the ingredients for something, and then you're like, I can and I will make this right now.
Well, what's funny is I enjoy like cookie dough more than cookies. so again, you always kind of nibble at it while you're making it.
Yeah.
So the making is the fun part.
That's right.
Okay. My number 4 is something else that you've already said: sledding.
Oh.
Wow. And I guess
I think we just kind of swapped lists.
We did a little bit, or we went like the reverse order. I guess you could lump in like snowboarding and skiing into this.
Yeah, that was in my mind.
Yeah,
those were. But I've never done those things.
I've snowboarded a couple times, never skied. I don't have the urge to ski because I've heard of so many stories of it going south, of like people breaking their legs and stuff.
Do you personally know somebody that's broken their legs skiing?
Yeah. Oh shoot, who was it? You put me on the spot.
Sorry.
Yes, I do. I do know somebody who personally like broke their leg or broke their ankle or something.
Well, those are two different things. Two very different.
Whatever. Breaking a bone.
You said rolled their ankle.
No, I said broke.
Oh,
broke their leg or their ankle is what I said. Yeah, rolling your ankle.
Got a bruise. Whatever.
I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't want to. That's not worth it for me either. But sledding, anyone can enjoy that.
Yeah,
it takes no skill.
No skill.
It does take a certain type of snow.
Yeah,
in order to do it right. But kind of like you, we grew up with the hill on the property. I actually didn't know this is similar to heated pools. I didn't know that sledding places like Perfect North and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that existed until later on in life.
You didn't know that heated pools didn't exist?
No, because we always had Grandma and Grandpa's pool was in ground and not heated. So I was always just used to pools being colder.
That's funny.
And then I remember I had a friend over one time and he was like, is it cold? I jumped in and he's like, is it cold? I was like, no, because I was used to it. It's Kevin Nattinger.
Yeah.
And he jumped in and he started dunking me because he was mad at me because he thought I lied to him because it was, I guess like it was cold, but I was just so used to it that it wasn't cold to me.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, people have heated pools? What is this? I also hadn't been to a public pool until I was like middle school.
Oh.
And
you didn't need to. You had a grandma's pool.
Yeah, I had a grandma pool. So, but same goes with sledding. Like, I didn't know that places existed where you pay to go sledding because we always just had a hill on the property.
Yeah, I've never gone to any of those like Perfect North or anything like that.
I've been to Perfect North like twice, I think.
How big are the hills? Are we talking about like
they're pretty big,
like mountains?
It's pretty big.
Like you're going down it for like 10 minutes?
No, not that long.
Okay. Like how long? Give me an approximate.
I don't know. 2 minutes.
Okay. That's a long time.
2-3 minutes. Yeah. But again, we had a good hill growing up. So the only downside to sledding is you gotta walk back up the hill.
Gotta walk back up.
So
gets a lot of that kid energy out.
Yes, yeah, I am except when I have kids, I'm excited to go sledding because I know I'll wear them out.
There's nothing better than going inside, sitting next to the fire. I didn't say this, but that's like the best part about going sledding is that once you're done, you get inside and you get all cozy.
Warm up, yeah. Okay, what's your number 3?
Oh my
word! Whoa, Tommy!
Hey,
Whoa!
this actually isn't Tommy.
Oh, sorry, you look just like Tommy.
No, I don't look like Tommy.
Is this Tony?
My name is Mr. Dr. Professor Sniffenschlausen.
Yeah.
I understand. You guys know, Mr. Tommy's.
Yeah.
I don't see his last name.
I don't know. I don't know if we know it either.
So anyway, I have some bad news.
Oh no.
I am afraid. He has something called let me see here. It's Bofa sickness.
What is it?
Bofa sickness.
Bofa sickness?
Yeah. You ever heard of Bofa sickness? Oh, it's a
both of my butt cheeks. Got him. You guys thought I was sick?
It is Tommy wearing a mustache.
It was me the whole time. Hey, you know, sometimes you just gotta play the long joke.
Man.
A
whole 2 weeks.
A whole 2 weeks. Both of these butt cheeks is not great. So anyway, that's
you learned how to play the long game.
I learned how to play the long game. So anyway, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. See you later. Bye.
Bye, Tommy. Wow, he
came in. I mean, he knew what he was doing.
He did. He knew, even though he was wearing the same outfit he wears every week, just with a mustache.
Like I mean, he came in on his motorcycle. So. That's pretty obvious. Anyway, so my number 3 is go see a live show. So this is specifically
like a concert, or
it doesn't have to be a concert.
Okay,
a concert of some sort. So whether that be like a play, a music concert, maybe you go see the orchestra, maybe you're into ballet, or opera. Who knows? But go see the live arts.
Okay.
It's perfect time for the winter.
Okay.
There's always a lot of stuff going on in the winter time.
Yes.
For the live stuff.
Okay.
Oh.
No, well, I was just gonna. I can kind of lump this into my number 3 as well.
Okay.
But I have a specific one that I was gonna focus in on.
Okay. Focus in.
So a live event, a live show. Yeah. The specific one I was gonna say is go to a hockey game.
Oh yeah. Live sports.
But that's kind of the big winter sport is hockey. I have you know how you've kind of developed a new love for football,
right?
This has been kind of a couple years in the making now, but I love hockey.
Do you follow a team?
I like the Bruins.
Okay.
And then obviously I went up to an OSU game a couple weeks ago. And I might go to a Cyclones game later on this winter. But it's just the atmosphere is just so much fun.
Yeah.
Because it's kind you wear a sweatshirt because it's kind of cold in the hockey arena, but it's not freezing.
Right.
Everybody's just and you get this at any sports event, but everyone's just really into it. There's always the excitement of maybe a fight's gonna break out on ice, which is always whenever I go with friends, we always we're fight.
What a weird sport that exists. It's like a little medieval. you know?
Yeah, a little bit. It's like medieval time. It's like a little gladiatorial arena. Well, and that's the thing. Like the thing I think the reason why I kind of have been gravitating towards hockey the last couple of years is it's so the people playing it are so talented. There's like so much stuff going on in hockey. You're skating on ice, which is difficult enough.
Right.
You're hitting a little tiny puck.
Into a tiny net.
Into a pretty tiny net, yeah. While also like hitting up against other people while you're on ice. And it's just very like it's not just that a lot of stuff is going on. It's like very specific and kind of difficult things that you're doing.
Right.
All at once. And then for whatever reason, like fighting is kind of like a subgenre of sport. And with like college, they don't let it go too far. But with pro hockey, I'm pretty sure it's the refs will let them fight until somebody falls down.
Is that what it is?
That's typically what I've noticed about it, at least. Usually it's if someone falls down, then the refs kind of call it off. But
I don't understand. There must be a point to it. There has to be an advantage of fighting.
There not really, because if you get a penalty, you go into the box.
Oh, and then don't get to sub somebody in.
No,
right?
Yeah, your team is just without a person. So when you have a penalty, you're kind of like screwing over your own team.
Oh, so strange.
I think it's just like hockey just breeds hot-headed athletes.
I guess so.
And I guess the refs just kind of know that, and they're like, we're just gonna let them.
These guys got some skates on them. I'm not gonna mess around.
Yeah, like I would like to kind of do research on like where that began, where the fighting portion of it began, but it's really entertaining, and it's like I don't think you're supposed to do it, but the refs just kind of like turn their back on it.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting, but it's just a lot of fun. It's a good environment to be in, and yeah, it's just like, and it's always, something's always happening in hockey. It's not like football, there's a lot of pauses, baseball, there's a lot of pauses. Similar to basketball or soccer, to where it's just like constantly going. But going back along with what you were saying, yeah, plays are a good activity. Concert, I'm not a huge concert person, but
sure.
Yeah, so I agree.
All right.
But what would be your, like, my specific one is like a hockey game, even though I would go ahead and include other things. But what's like your specific?
So when I think of the winter time, I think of going to an orchestra show.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or not show, I don't know. What do you call it? Concert.
Yeah.
At like the Schuster Center or something. Okay. Getting dolled up. Do guys get dolled up? The girls get dolled up. The guys get dressed up.
Spiffied up.
Spiffed. I get spiffed.
I like that.
And my lady gets galled.
I like it. I like the word schnazzy. You look schnazzy.
Schnazzy. Looking schnazzy. Yeah. So that's what I think of.
Okay.
I don't know.
I like it when we like align with our. I do like it when our lists are very different, but then it's kind of fun when we align with stuff as well.
That's right.
What's your number two?
My number two is now this is okay. Binge on Netflix by the fire with some hot cocoa.
This is mine as well.
Really?
Well,
Netflix isn't. It doesn't have to specifically be Netflix.
So my title for this one is just "Stay Warm."
Okay.
But yeah, like specifically hot cocoa.
Yeah.
Under a blanket by the fire.
Yeah.
By a fire, and then like watching something.
Yep.
Maybe you have some chili going.
Maybe got some chili going.
Yeah.
Maybe mom's got some chili going. You haven't done anything.
Yeah. You're just sitting back and relaxing.
That's right.
And you have to be able to look out a window and see that it's freezing outside, but you're all warm inside. Yeah.
The windows look a little like fuzzy from the cold ice that's out there.
Yo, yeah, like yeah. So that's also my number two. Yeah. Staying warm
feels good.
Does stay really whoa. It does. I don't remember what you said, but yes, you're right.
Yeah, I think that's probably. I mean, when I think of winter, That's what I'm thinking of.
Staying out of the winter. Yeah, me too. Except for, and we both have the same number one because we chatted a little bit. It's funny, our like top three were it was the inverse of each other's list until this one. We're about to hit another thing. Is it gonna be muted? Okay.
It's fine.
You want to go ahead and say it?
Yeah, it's Christmas time.
Yeah. The Christmas season.
The Christmas season, all the things Christmas related.
Yeah, so I think our entire list that we just talked about is more so like January, February stuff.
Right.
And then just all the Christmas activities or Christmas traditions take hold of number one.
Right.
And that's go ahead.
Oh, no, go for it.
I was going to say, that's really like the only... it sucks that Christmas is at the beginning of the winter. I know.
Can we move Christmas to February?
Or or maybe like January 25th.
Yeah.
It kind of more so in the middle. Because, it's just like you start off with a bang.
Right.
With Christmas time. You're like, I enjoy this. I love this. But then, like, as soon as it's done, you're like, I got 2 more months of cold. And here in Ohio, it's more like 4 more months of cold weather. But yeah, Christmas season, December, essentially.
Right.
All of December is just great.
It's the bee's knees. So because we love it so much, we're going to do a whole episode on it next time.
Yeah. So
all the Christmas activities.
Yeah. So we're not going to go into any of it right now.
No.
We're going to save it for next episode, which should probably be out around like Christmas time.
Should be just before.
Yeah. So maybe that should be your guys' new Christmas tradition, you listeners, is listening to our Christmas episode. Every December.
There you go.
But yeah, we're not going to talk about any of them because it's our next time's list.
Don't even sweat it.
Now, I do have, and we can do a little bit of a meeting since we're not talking about our number one.
Okay.
Our listeners can just listen to our company meeting right now.
All right.
Are we talking about like our specific Christmas traditions and activities, or are we talking about just kind of like a general thing?
I think the general,
and then maybe
everyone's able to enjoy,
and then maybe throw in some personal stories.
We can talk about the personal stuff.
Yeah, okay.
All we want.
Okay. I just wanted to clear that and get that out of the way.
There you go. So, anything else? Anything for the good of the order before we adjourn this meeting?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We're good.
hey, y'all. You're the best, and we're the best.
You can never be perfect, but you can always be better.
We love you.
Okay. That was a really shortest episode we've had.